Okay, so what is going on there, YouTube? I am Paul from Wing Gaming, and welcome back to City Skylines. Now we're back in here, and I've just been leaving this running for a minute because I have been playing around with OBS, the capture software, trying to work things out and get it running a bit smoother. So it seems to be running a bit smoother now. I've also been recording some other content, but I'm going to have to re-record it because OBS, it just doesn't like it. But I think I've found a way to work it, but we'll have a look. But I'm not going to tell you what that content is yet because I want it to be a bit of a surprise. It's interesting content. It's something I'm really excited to do. So I'm hoping I can bring you guys on board with that. But we're going to hop in, and because it's been running for a while, I'm not quite sure what's going on right now, but we seem to be making lots and lots of money. We're making 4 grand right now, so that's not too bad. First thing we're going to do is there's high, we're going to pause it again, high demand for residential yet again, and it seems just to keep going. And I know it's something I should expect, you know, it's city, people want lots and lots of residential. City grows, residential grows, and it is the quickest growing of anything so far. I'm going to relocate this, I think, about there. I think that's a bit more out of the way. See, you don't like it, but you kind of like it, and I don't give a shit. Right, okay, so let's chuck this. I don't know, I kind of want to, yeah, I'm going to chuck a ring road around this. It's not really a ring road, but I'm going to chuck a road around it anyway. Now that's there, I can chuck another road in here. Or another couple of roads in here because there's plenty of space just here. So we're going to chuck a road there, because I want it to be properly zoned. There to there. Then I'm going to chuck another road there to there and down again. And then I'm just going to chuck in a tiny road when it let me switch. There we go. A tiny road just there. And I'm not sure if they're going to manage to build actually any residential in there, but I'm going to put some there anyway. Someone might manage it. They might put a tiny house in there. I quite like the idea of a tiny house. I definitely wouldn't have enough space though, but I'd like to experience it at least. I'm quite a fan of alternative housing sort of options, but I'm not sure how feasible they all are. And I might have to wait a few years, sort of, you know, get into a house first, and wait a few years and build things up before I get anywhere else with anything like that, just because it's going to be more feasible that way. I'm going to have better funding, and not so much to worry about in the long term. Now these guys are complaining about there's not enough, yeah, not enough of tips and stuff like that. But on the plus side of this, the industrial zone, actually demand has decreased quite a lot, so that taxation increase we created did make a big impact on that. So I'm hoping that could be a really positive thing for the city in the future. We don't want it to be an industrialist city, and I have decided on a name. I am going to call it VolksCity. I know beforehand I said I wasn't, but I've thought about it, and I like the name, and I want this city to stand for the people, even though I don't really care, but I want it to stand for the people, and I want to, you know, I want it to be something that that inspires positivity. In fact, I want everything I do on YouTube to inspire positivity. And I wanted to give some big congratulations to Jacksepticeye for hitting 18 million subscribers, and say that I massively support him with everything he's doing with positive mental attitude. I hope you guys will support him with raising money for charity and raising awareness. And I want people to come here and go away with more positivity, in the same way that they watch Jack's videos and they come away feeling more positive and feeling better about themselves. I feel like positivity is an important thing in life, and if we can inspire ourselves and inspire each other to be positive, then we're going to make a big impact. But yeah, that's my sort of 2 cents on that subject. And now I'm feeling a little bit, odd now, but it was worth saying. So I'm glad I said it. Got it out there. Yeah. So, building more roads. Constantly, oh dear, I did it again. I forgot to put in the pipes. Again. One day, I will learn. One day. Right, more roads. We need more roads. Where do I build them? There? I'm gonna build on an angle. Angles are cool. So this guy's gone quiet. I'm focusing. Too much maybe. I don't want to build residential. In fact, I'm going to build this commercial since commercial district has higher demand right now. And then the next bit over here is going to be residential. And then I'm going to demolish these abandoned houses. And I'm not sure why people are abandoning these houses. Maybe it was because they were without water supply for so long. But they've got to go then. It allows, but then that'll allow space for more residential. Oh dear, I deleted a house that wasn't abandoned. Oh well. That's going to allow more space for people who want to build, and should keep the demand for residential from increasing for a little bit of extra time. And actually, we're making money faster now. I'm feeling good about this, and I'm hoping to reach around 100 to 150,000, and then we can expand to the other side of the river. And as I've mentioned in previous, I mentioned a couple of ideas in previous videos, either high density areas like high density commercial, high density residential over there, or moving the entirety of residential and commercial over there, which is a big job, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it, but it's worth keeping in mind. And then leaving this side of the river for industrial, but as I said, I don't want industrial to keep growing and expanding. I'd like to keep it as quite a limited thing. This city isn't an industrialist city. It's like one of those sort of fashion cities. Something like New York, one of those big famous cities. Lots of people live there. There's big commercial industry, and quite minimal in the way of industrial industry. Unlike, I can't think of a city that's high in industrial industry, but there are some out there at least. Okay, so how are we doing now? Demand for residential slowly growing. Demand for industry and offices is slowly growing, and that's something we can. That's the way we can work around expanding industrial in the future, is building office zones, which are much more acceptable. People prefer to live near office zones than they would to live near an industrial zone. So people don't mind living downtown. They certainly don't mind that, not in this game at least. But they do mind living in highly polluted areas full of heavy traffic, lots of trucks. It's very loud. It's just not a nice area to live in, is it, really? Yeah. So, water. Someone's complaining about water over here, and water availability is low. And he hasn't got water, actually. That probably doesn't help either. I'm going to have to build more water soon. More water plants. But that can be done. In fact, I'll do that right now. So, where along here can I build this? About that? That'll do nicely. Right on the pipeline, too. And is it connected? I'm not sure if it's actually connected. Go away, cemetery. You need a cemetery. Okay, I'll build that for you soon. Is it actually connected? I feel like it's connected. Yeah, it's connected. Water availability is right up. Right, sewage treatment is down. So that's... Oh, God, it's going mad. Oh, it's because I'm trying to use keys and the mouse, yeah. So the scrolling on here is awful. It's utterly awful. Right, let's build that about there. So it's not touching commercial zones or residential zones. And it's sort of in the same area. The flow is going downriver, so it's not going to be sucked up by the water collection. Because what we don't want is we don't want water, brown water coming out of taps. that causes issues, and it can actually destroy your whole city, because there is a sort of thing built in where if sewage gets backed up into taps, then people start to contract diseases, and the disease spreads, and people die, and the city slowly sort of falls off the map a bit. So we need a cemetery, and I can't remember if people mind living near cemeteries or not. So it creates a bit of an issue and a bit of a confusion for me, but that'll do nicely. Lovely, people are happy, people don't mind that. Okay, so it looks like people don't mind living near cemeteries, which is fine by me, because they can have it. So what else was I looking at? I saw a few things over here. So you've got this going on here. Not enough customers. Oh my, wow. Look at the demand for residential. That's right up through the roof. So we're at 57,000 now. And as I said, I don't really want to expand onto the other side of the river until I've got enough money to do so. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fill in this area around the high school with residential, because the high school's got plenty of facility, I'm sure. So, and I'm not sure if people are building there, but they built in this tiny thing, so I imagine they probably will. So yeah, I'll build that there, and then I'll build another little residential zone coming up over here. And I won't forget to put in water this time, I promise. So, one across, and right back down again. Oh, no, that is 90 degree angle, that's fine. So I'm just building one zone for now, and I'm going to put a key in a minute, I think, as well. Even though that's going to sort of take a lot of money back out, it should, in theory, bring money back in. I'm not sure how, but I'm sure it should. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a key in, and it looks pretty, you know. This is supposed to be a nice city, pretty, and all that sort of stuff. So why not? Right, this is this. What am I after? Where is it? Oh, it's in landscaping, isn't it? The key. It's in here. Yes, the key. So I'm thinking of building it around here and across like this. But these are actually really difficult to build. People don't realise quite how difficult to build these keys actually are. But they also provide a flood defense, so that is going to be beneficial to the city in the long run. Thing is, with these tides, the tides actually cause issues for you building things like that. Look at that, that's pretty. It's actually not costing as much as I thought it would, and we are gaining money really quickly. So I've got a bit of a key in there. In fact, I am going to continue to expand it along here. I'm going to expand it just past the commercial zone, I think. Misa think, yeah, that'll do. Just past the commercial zone there. There we go, lovely. So we've got a key, and that's going to provide flood defenses, and it makes it look nice and tidy. And now we're going to have a look. Nanobot research center funded by many governments. The possibilities are endless. Hashtag nanomachines. New energy meters encourage citizens to conserve. So you get a lot of the same things over and over again, and a lot of it's just not interesting and doesn't really apply. It's good to look on there to see what citizens think, but a lot of it is just useless. Utterly, utterly useless. Right, more commercial zone. They want more. Right, I'm not sure where to build that. I'm going to put this to here, and this up to about here. Bring that across to there. Creates quite an odd shaped one, but it gets to the point where eventually you just have to build wherever you can build, whether that means building a triangular piece of land, or a weird square piece of land, or absolutely anything. You just have to build what you can build. How many population? We've got almost 5,000. Got another 480 odd to go, and then we'll have a population of 5,000. So I am going to continue to expand the residential. I forgot water. I told you I wouldn't forget water, and I forgot water. Alright, let's build this way out here because I want to put some more. So I'm going to, yeah, expand the residential zone. Why not? That's going to be useful, I think. It's going to be a good use of money to sort of expand this zone out. Especially since it means the city's population then grows. because once the population reaches a particular amount, we're going to be right where we need to be. I think around 5,000 you get the next award. There's more tweets coming in. At power plant, the new energy meters and go. Yeah, come on. See, same one again. Told you. Happens all the time, and it does get slightly irritating actually. Also, I don't know if you noticed, or in fact you would have noticed because I did it in the next one, but I did build a little district inside the roundabout. I thought that was quite cool. There we go. Oh, 4,600 happens. Busy town. So, more unique buildings, oil industry specialization, free public transport, heavy traffic bans, 2-lane roads with trees, yeah, highways, all sorts. Yeah, okay, so we've done quite reasonably now. And how much money did we get for this? Because you always win a little bonus when you, okay, it doesn't tell me, but that's perfect. So, we've done things. Oh, we now have over 100,000, so we might be able to expand over to the other side of the river soon. Yeah. So, I've expanded this here. I mean, oh, that's what I wanted to know about, is when do I get the next zones? So, I need a population of 7,500 for high density commercial, and I need a population of 7,500 for high density residential. And what about office zones? Same again, that's fine then. So if I unlock it all at the same time. So I'm not going to expand to the other side yet, because I want to see if we can squeeze 7,500 into this side of the river only. Because I would like that to be pure high density over there, and office zones, things like that. I think that makes it in that sort of way where you've got in a city it's split up into your low density areas and then more towards downtown where you've got higher density areas. For example, my local city has multiple different high streets, but then there's the main high street in the middle, and the main high street in the middle has like more high density, whereas as you go to the outskirts it's more like you know you're in a city, like you can tell you're in a city, but it's more like small towns centered around a smaller high street with just a couple of shops down it, as opposed to like the big high street brands. So, more. We need more commercial. Okay. I'm trying to limit myself on how much commercial I build, and I don't know if I should expand it into here, but I think this should be residential, just purely for the fact that we need to, we're trying to squeeze out another like 3,500 into this. But yeah, let's expand that out to there. There! Do it for me. It's not going to let me. That to there. That kind of seems like it's the wrong way around to me. I don't care. It's going to stay the wrong way around now. I have unlocked some nice things, haven't I? Bring that to there, and that to there. And there's a building down there we hit that we need to delete. Oh, come on, I clicked you. Where is that? I've lost it now, it's there. Perfect. Right, before, I'm going to click that off before. So there's something here. No, I didn't ask to build a road. What are these guys saying? Not enough educated workers. Well, what education do you want now? Do you want more education? They need another high school, don't they? We need another high school towards this area over here. The issue is it doesn't quite fit, and I don't know how to turn it. Do I? No, scroll wheel doesn't turn it. How do I turn these? Yeah, see, this is the issue I'm finding, is that you find difficulty squeezing big things like this in. Go away. So, I'm gonna move this if I can. I want to move you. Can I move you? Is there anywhere I can move you where they'll still be accepting of it? I suppose I could move you up here. You won't mind that, would you? I'll move you up here. These guys aren't happy, but they've got a cemetery, so whatever. Education. Let's see if we can now fit this in here. It should fit the other way around. Why wouldn't it let me? How do I spin these? I don't know how to spin it, and it won't let me put it there. So. Oh, because it has to go a particular way against the road. Oh, it still doesn't fit like that anyway. Well, then, I'm sorry. But one of these big zones, there's actually no zone big enough. There is no zones big enough. And the current high school's up here, so I can't build it up there. That's a poor decision. Don't know what to do. I feel like I could build it there. But it won't let you build, like physically build over things. You have to delete them first, and that seems like a hassle. Wait a second. I put this in for a reason. And I remember the reason, it was only recently. Oh, come on. I remember the reason it was only recently, because it was only recently. I put it in, there was an extra linkage, and it sort of helped a little bit. The cemetery's got no power, so I'll fix that in a minute too. But, yeah. So, but, it's going to have to come back out for me to put in more education. Because clearly, it's necessary. Right, so now basically everyone's getting a decent education. And as well as that happening... Wait, what was that? I didn't see. Alright, that is just an elementary school. That's fine, we got plenty of those. Okay, so what we're going to do... Wait a second. High school availability is high. Let's get rid of this. One of these is an elementary. It's that one, isn't it? Okay. Oh, that can fit 300. Oh... Okay, where's the second elementary school? I want to see what the availability of elementary school is. Right, elementary school. Capacity's high. Ah, yeah. Yeah, we're going to need another elementary school too. Gonna need one up over here by the high school. So, it's just going to have to go where it has to go. See, this is the issue. People just aren't willing to travel for this. Okay, actually, no, that filled in quite a large area. That's fine then. So we now have a high school in both areas, an elementary. We've got 2 elementary schools in one area. That's fine. So we've got plenty of education now. We haven't unlocked university yet because we have to have like 7,500. I knew it would be 7,500. Right, okay. So, expanding the commercial zone, fixing the cemetery, moving this park because I don't want it over here. There's a park here. I'll leave it where it is. Move the cemetery over as well. I know, you need electricity. Why have you not got electricity? The availability is high enough. You're in the right zone. It might just... Okay, fair enough. I'll build another one of these. In fact, I'll build another 2 of these. Why not? So, okay, there you go. More electricity. Hopefully I can move you now. We can't move cemeteries, can you? You have to stay where it is. That's a bit of an issue. Well, I got a bit of a gap here now. There you go. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do with that gap. Right now, I'm going to put residential zones in it. And in here. Because we're going to squeeze every last inch out of this this side of the river. More commercial. There we go. Okay, so we're expanding reasonably now. I'm trying to avoid building this bit of industry here, but it is growing. But another step we can take in the future is to build a larger is to build a university. And university workers don't move on to, or people who studied at university don't move on to the industrial zone in the game. Obviously, they don't end up in industrial jobs. They end up in more high-end jobs. So again, that gives us more demand for office blocks. So the industrial will still grow, but the industrial demand will still grow. But if you build regular industrial buildings, the demand doesn't drop. Because they're after more office blocks. So yeah, I mean, it's quick. Anyway, that's a good place to end. So thanks for watching, guys. This one's been a little bit longer than it normally is. If you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button and subscribe for more great content, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.